We're back again on covering day 12 of Bridges Round 3, catching up on all the builds and moves going on in this multiplayer game. Scores are pretty even across the board with a tight competition near the top, but first some team builds. Coming over here to the Red Bulls, they've added one of their a signature Red Bull of their team name. Crouching here, likely going to be presenting us another one of these little pagoda buildings. Pagoda building incoming soon, I'm sure. But I'm loving this build. It's really a good mix of like he looks like he could be angry, but he's not right now. Right now he's happy and friendly, but he could be at any time be jumping into the fray to mess you up with those horns and that crazy eyes. I love in the build. Moving over here to the Mushroom Mayhem team, they've added an interior to their mushroom. As you walk right in, you come to this lovely little organic room with lots of little growing things and things hanging from the ceiling, little bed to hang out and stuff to store this stuff. I love adding these little builds. I think it just all the little touches just make such a big difference in kind of tying together what is otherwise just like this big pretty build into also this small pretty build. Really loving it. But moving into the moves, let's take a look at the Magenta team here with Mushroom Mayhem. They moved over to the right and grabbed some of these towers over in this area. I'm really glad that they aren't ignoring this side because the Cyan Nessie team's not doing anything with it, so they may as well come in and grab these, especially this two-ladder tower. But they also finished filling in some of this area over on this side. So they kind of got this big long stretch, taking full advantage of the fact that both the teams next to them have hard rush the center, and so they get all this stuff on the outsider edge, and it's doing quite well for them in points. The red team, they had nothing new to report. They continue to fill in the center unmolested. Nobody's touching them, nobody's messing with them. They're playing SimCity over here. Uh, moving over to orange. Orange team has kind of finished up their build up across the center, as I talked about last time, with them kind of needing to go to both sides to fill in all these towers in the middle. And they're also starting to make a push towards the red area since the Red Bulls aren't doing anything. L Cube, red orange team, has kind of gotten away with whatever they want in this area, so I expect them to take some more of these towers in here and pick up some more points. Moving over to the Humble Bumbles. Humble Bumbles have continued to strike out, grabbing a couple more of these towers on the edge of the board here. And I guess to talk about, kind of having to talk about both of these together, you can see that the Evergreen team also grabbed a tower right here in the center. So basically, they're kind of striking back and forth as Bumbles continue to push. Evergreen's also taking back some of the stuff that they were hoping to take, as well as jumping in and pushing in towards their base. I don't expect this to go too much further, as there's a lot of like dead towers in here, but they can grab at least cut some of the stuff on the edge, get some of the value back from the Bumbles. Bumbles also continue to fill in this tower behind them, a little bit of a invalid tower. I'm sure they'll fix that at some point. But anyways, filling back in a bit of this space to make sure they can't be attacked on this front as well. Otherwise, we said Evergreen team mostly just making that push in as well as showing up a little bit of their defenses in the back line. Moving over to Team Wonessi, they made this little detour over to get the 6th floor ladder here, kind of ignoring the fact they also have a 6th floor ladder here, but maybe they were hoping to grab this tower before it got taken a bit late now. But they're moving in and grabbing more of the center, kind of boxing off the Evergreens. As the Evergreens are focused elsewhere, they're able to come in and scoop up these towers, make sure they don't get any more here. So this also looks pretty good. Looks like they're kind of also starting a SimCity in the center here with a lot of different back and forth bridges. We'll see how well this goes for them. I'm sorry this video is coming later than usual, as I haven't been able to put out these videos as often as I'd like to, but I am catching up now and we'll be coming and recapping the rest of the game now that it's finishing up. We'll have more updates for you soon.